Okay, this has been, well, it was 12 days ago. I feel a little bit embarrassed posting this 12 days later. Hitman Kelly says, can you show your Tekteon build? And of course I can. Let's go through his kit quickly, and then we can talk about Tekteon. So fully buffed up, obviously, is very good. He's compared to maybe Solonar, I don't know. This guy is really good. Combine that with Palas, it's just insane. But let's go through his kit. Fisher Blades A1 attacks all enemy 2 times, has a 25% chance of placing a stun debuff for 1 turn, damage based on HP. This chance goes up to 35% when booked. Then we have the A2, which is similar to the Fabian, increasing the cooldowns, which is really nice, and with a damage dealer, insane. Volcanic Presence A2 attacks all enemies 2 times before attacking, places a 15% shatter buff, which is the big version of it. On this champion for 2 turns, will ignore shield strength and increase defense buffs. Each hit increases the cooldown of all enemy skills by 2 turns. Wait a second, I didn't really realize this, but it basically increases all cooldowns by 4 turns. That is insane. A3 Flaming Bulwark places a taunt buff and a poison cloud buff on this champion for 3 turns and places a protected shield buff equal to 30% of this champion's max HP on all allies for 2 turns, then grants an extra turn. Passive at start of each round places a poison cloud buff on this champion for 1 turn, decreases the damage this champion receives from critical hits by 50%. Whenever an enemy hits this champion, increases this champion's max HP by 5%. Weak hits increases this champion's max HP by 10%. Instead, it stacks up to 100%. And then an aura with 33%. So, straight off the bat when we got him, we ran with 9-piece Merciless. The reason for this, this is the stats, by the way. I'm gonna just move my face a little bit quick here. Hold on. There we go. Let's put myself up here. Also make myself smaller, because I feel like that's gonna be needed. I'm gonna be... at some point, I'm gonna be in the way. So let's do this. He is running 73,000 HP, attack 1,900, defense 3,200, speed 219, crit rate 105, and crit damage 178, and accuracy 313. There's not much accuracy that's been sort of rolled up here. I'm like wondering why the I guess, yeah, it's the banner, I guess. I guess it's for placing the stuns, if I remember correctly. But the thing is, you don't have to build this guy tanky, okay? That's the one thing to sort of take away from this video. You do not have to take it, like, build him tanky, because, well, the Poison Cloud makes him so freaking tanky. So, with 9-piece Merciless, if you can afford it, then it is just absolutely amazing. Because what 9-piece Merciless does, besides the attack, crit damage, speed, 30% chance to decrease random skills cooldown by 1 turn when dealing damage, ignore defense by 35%, speed, crit damage, but this 15% chance of getting an extra turn, that happens. It doesn't happen every fight, obviously, but it does happen. And that is just insane when it happens, because, I mean, if you get that extra turn, you're most likely deleting the team. The one thing to take away from this has nothing to do with this champion, actually. It has to do with him being banned all the time in Live Arena. Now, when we're running him in Live Arena, we're running him with Palas. Palas synergizes very well with him, due to the fact that she has this. Whenever an ally receives a... no, this one. Attacks one enemy with 1 random ally from the Argonite faction, then the ally joining attack will use their default skill, which is the A1. So this guy is really good against Mercurial. 1 attack of this, and he removes 2 stacks of Mercurial. Okay? That is insane. This... Even if they have Mercurial, I would still go with this because of increasing the cooldowns. It's just insane. We have Lightning Cage as well to sort of protect buffs. and you want to sort of protect the Poison Cloud as much as possible. When it comes to the relic Gore Crescent, it's the one that we're going for now. I mean, it is damage, which is really nice. And then we're just basically going with the Hell Hades PvE build, or PvP build, sorry. Which is basically nuker. So yeah, that's basically Tekteon. What I can take away, if he doesn't get banned, he's really fun to play with, and you're probably going to win, okay? But the fact is that if you're playing him in live arena specifically, you need someone that is way more annoying, because I've tested it myself. This guy is getting banned easily 80% of the time in live arena. Other than that, he is amazing in Grim Forest with Palas. I'm running Palas and Tekteon as like solo just through Grim Forest, because it's so easy and faster. Curse City, if you get a chance to, you know, pick him, is really nice. He's basically nice everywhere. I can't find a place where he's not nice. If we look at the reviews here, is there anything that I'm sort of... Not really, honestly. Chimera, we're using him in Hydra for sure. Really nice damage there. But yeah, and then we run Tekteon as the sort of farmer now, for like we just farm you know, for food and shit. So yeah, and the sort of the way we play with Tekteon is quite simple. We start off with this Flaming Bulwark, and then we go in with the A2. Majority of the times, even again if they have Mercurial, just due to the fact of this, the A1 isn't like, the damage is pretty good, and the chance of, you know, stunning is, you know, it's 35%, and he attacks twice. So yeah, this is my favorite champion. This is like the best champion that I have on my account, but he's getting banned. He's getting banned, and when he's not getting banned, we win usually. Yeah. And that's all I can say. I don't know if I've sort of talked enough about this champion, but one thing that I want to sort of take away, I've mentioned it, but I'm gonna mention it again. Like, Poison Cloud makes him so freaking tanky. Let's see if we can. Let's see here. Dude, I always struggle with this. Always. Here. Poison Cloud. So if you can build him super like heavy damage, as long as you have Poison Cloud, you're not gonna die. Like, we've been up against teams that were like Tekteon is alone on the battlefield, he's alone versus 4 other people, and then because he has Poison Cloud, they just can't get through that. So the Poison Cloud buff blocks blocks damage from poison debuffs. Also, enemies can only land weak hits on champions under a Poison Cloud buff. If a champion receives an HP burn debuff before a Poison Cloud buff is applied, then the effect of Poison Cloud won't work, but the buff itself will not be removed. It's not affected by the spread buff and increases buff duration effects. Yeah. I don't see why we would run him tanky or tankier. He's definitely not the first guy to die in live arena. So yeah, I would heavily, if you can, run 9-piece Merciless with this guy. Other than that, I mean, the 4-piece lethal. I was thinking, but I'm not sure if it works, and I'm not sure how ideal it would be, but 75, the 9-piece protection, 75% chance to place a protected buff, allies deal 5% more damage per buff placed by the wearer. I was thinking, what about, because like I've been thinking a little bit about, what about the protection? What about 9-piece protection? It could be nice, and the reason why I would do that is I want to protect my Poison Cloud debuff as much as I can. But it comes up pretty often. If you do your A3, it's 3 turns. And we're trading off a lot of damage and speed and ignore defense if we would take that. So, yeah, if you can, 9-piece Merciless is hands down. I haven't tested anything else. If I would test it, it would be something with protection, maybe 4-piece, a lethal 5-piece protection, or maybe even 9-piece protection. But yeah, that is basically it. As far as like other relics, let's see. I look at Hell Hades here. The Malefic Talon is nice, I guess, for the crit damage. It's pretty nice. It's a lot of crit damage. We have crit damage on the Gore Crescent. Also, where his next attack after killing an enemy will deal 20% more damage is just insane, specifically on Tekteon as well. Yeah, and I guess Wand works as well. But yeah, I don't know. I don't think I want to move away from the Gore Crescent. It's kind of nice. Yeah. Alright, guys. I post videos every day. If you like the sort of comments, if you like the sort of videos, let me know in a comment. Like, wait, what the fuck am I saying? Wait, I fucking lost it. Wait. I post videos every day. If you like this sort of content, let me know with a like and subscribe. And on that, I'll see you guys next day.